I have avoided or delayed or maybe waited to schedule my next appointment or my next injection because I didn't want to deal with the pain, or I didn't have a day off. You know, if it hurt or I was in pain afterwards, I didn't want to go do anything afterwards. I wanted to go home. And trying to fit that into your schedule when you work and you go to school and you have a family, that can be difficult. The injections, the procedures that I've had in the past, cosmetic or dental, without the Numblebee, they have been uncomfortable and they have been painful. And I've dreaded it. I've not looked forward to it. You know, your eyes water. Sometimes it requires a second injection to be numb. It's definitely the most unappealing part of the procedure. So definitely not the fun part. You know, you want to do something to feel better about your appearance, but you don't want to deal with the pain. It is a completely different experience. There was absolutely no pain involved. As a matter of fact, at one point the doctor asked, "Do you even feel this?" My eyes didn't water, I didn't flinch. There was no discomfort in the procedure at all. I definitely don't have a fear of the procedure because I know that it's going to be comfortable. I know that since my doctor uses the Numblebee, it's one less thing that I have to worry about when I go to the physician. And I'm probably a lot less hesitant to have a procedure or an injection done now that I know that it's going to be a lot more comfortable. I would have to choose the physician that used the Numblebee, and it would definitely be a question I would ask before I'd allow them to do an injection or a procedure. Like I said, on the face, it can be really uncomfortable. And I think that's one of the drawbacks. And there are people that even have a fear of a needle, and I don't. But this would, I think, eliminate all of that. It plays a big factor. I think that, or I know that if I was going to go to a physician to have an injection or procedure done, especially cosmetic, facial, dentistry, I would want to know that they're going to use the Numblebee product because it's going to make the experience a lot more comfortable for me. I have friends that have little procedures done and injections, and they go to other offices, and there's a lot of discomfort involved afterwards. Even that night, they're still uncomfortable. And I have to tell them about my physician that uses the Numblebee because it made a world of difference. I mean, I leave the office and go back to my normal activity because I'm not uncomfortable, I'm not in any pain, and I'm not stressed out from the procedure. I wasn't nervous. I wasn't worried about what I was going in to do that day because I know it's going to be painless. I would be willing to pay the difference. I think it's worth it. It made such a difference. I know what it's like to have the procedure done without the Numblebee, and I know what it's like to have it with the Numblebee, and there's a world of difference. In the HCG program, I think that the Numblebee would make a difference for some patients that have a fear of needles or they don't want to have the discomfort of an injection. I would use it because there are some times, that you might have 3 injections that are completely comfortable, and then you get that one morning that you don't want to stick yourself and you don't want to deal with it. And the Numblebee takes that hesitation away, it takes that discomfort away because it makes it painless and it makes it comfortable. I would not be uncomfortable using it at home by myself, not in a physician setting. I think anything that you could do to make a procedure or an injection, even if it's small, more comfortable and less painful for you as a patient, why not? I think it's a great thing that he offers that for his patients and for me. It's going to make my experience better. It's going to allow him to give his patients a better experience, and I'm definitely going to recommend it to my friends and my family especially if they're going somewhere else that's uncomfortable, or they've complained about a procedure, or they've said, well, I'm not going to do that again, that hurt, it wasn't worth it. I know it's worth it. I know it can be painless. I know it can be comfortable, and I know that he's going to offer that to his patients. We did a small procedure on me in the OR, and I laid on the table, and I was a little nervous, and it was the end of the day, and it was a busy day, and we didn't even put any numbing cream on my face. And he went to do the dental block, and about the third injection, and I mean, one of the injections is right here. That's uncomfortable. It almost makes you want to sneeze. It makes your eyes water, and I didn't feel anything. Dr. Devlin even asked, do you even feel that? My eyes didn't water. I didn't flinch. It was completely comfortable, and that's because of the Numblebee.
It's just so much more a comfortable approach for the patients. The patients now, if I were to forget to use it, that they remind me, hey, let's use that Numblebee. So it's been a wonderful addition to the practice. No, actually it doesn't add, it's such a negligible cost factor that there is no additional cost to use this product at all. It's so much worth it for the patient comfort that it really doesn't add anything to the cost.